Mohammed Lebbie, popularly known as DJ Lebbie, is one of the biggest DJs Sierra Leone has ever produced. He's the co-founder of Nubia Nights in London. He launched Carillon Radio in Sierra Leone and had one of the biggest shows in Sierra Leone called The Fresh and the Funky Show. He has been the host DJs at various nightclubs across the continent. Old School Nightclub in Sierra Leone, Foods Essentials in London, Platinum, Locks, Sip, and currently Mango Cafe in the United States of America, alongside wedding, baby showers, and house parties. He was also the pioneer behind the first ever reality singing show in Sierra Leone called Make Me a Star, which till date has produced a lot of successful musicians. In 2017, he was recognized for his hard work among the Africans in the diaspora and was nominated the Best African DJ Non-Nigeria in the Nigerian Entertainment Awards. When our social activities were limited due to the COVID-19, the DJ Lebbie virtual party hosted by DJ Lebbie was a way for us to feel connected to each other, making us far from being alone by connecting via Zoom and Facebook. Welcome to Real Talk Show with Ellen TV Show. I am your host, Ellen Keister. I'll be right back after this.
So let's watch the Real Talk with Ellen TV show by our very own daughter of Sierra Leone, Ellen Keister.
Welcome back to Real Talk Show with Ellen Keister. If you just tuned in, of course, I have the renowned DJ, international DJ called DJ Lebbie. DJ Lebbie Exquisite. Lebsquisite. Virtual party on Facebook. You know, the Zoom on AYV was playing and everybody was talking about it. That's him. He was making us feel good. Welcome, DJ Lebbie.
Thank you for having me here.
All right, it's a pleasure. I'm excited. Guess what? You know he happens to be my brother, right? Everybody knows it's Sierra Leone because every time I walk around, hey, you brought an American for scratch. Now you brought an American. I'm like, I am Ellen Keister. That's DJ Lebbie. Like, we're different people. But anyways, talk about you earlier. You've worked around the continent, Sierra Leone, England, and America. I want to know, what's your experience been like?
Well, for me, to be honest, really and truly, I was blessed for move to England at an early age. And when I go to secondary school, as everybody knows. And I hung around. I was always interested in music anyway. And from I be small, like then double business there around the area. So I was always interested in music. Anyway, moving to England, I did South London, and I was always around the Jamaicans and the sound system culture. So that's where I actually started DJing from school days and enhanced my skills outside the Salone community. So it's a kind of blessing in a way because it helped me become who I am right now because the skill level has to be on par. Right. Because if you're not savvy what you do, you're not able to understand, you're able to talk on the mic or do all the basic stuff, scratching everything, nobody wants to hear you. So because I was around them and started from lifting speakers, promote me for begin carry records, then begin play on the turntables. Them times we had 12-inch turntables and the 7 inches. Then start for talking on mic. All that helped me through because I came through the ranks of the Jamaicans. Okay. Really and truly. So I would play some side when person go say, I think Christo P was one of the most popular salon DJs in England. They see me, they say, oh, that's Salone person, and they say, no lie. It's Jamaica. I said, no, that's Salone person. So they brought me into the Syrian setting, and I began playing an essential. Okay. That's how that worked. So my experience in Europe, that's where I started. Then I started moving from different cities inside London, like Manchester, Birmingham, then places in the world. Really and truly, at London I began. And because I went early, so I'll be able to learn. And because
a lot. I think maybe that's the difference. And then from England, of course, because of the name and everything else, you went to Sierra Leone. Basically, Carillon took you to Sierra Leone.
Yes.
That's where you launched Carillon Radio.
Yes.
And everything else.
Yes. Because of the name, Yusuf. So we need to, because, we're going to call certain names and to give them credit of who they are.
Definitely.
DJ Yusuf from African Love in Ohio, and a boxing brother. So when Salone opened Old School Nightclub, so Yusuf was saying, I have the perfect candidate for you for the club. His name DJ Lebbie and everything is a Sierra Leonean or whatever. So Salone gave me first they play in England. I said, no, he's not Sierra Leonean. They said, no, he's a Sierra Leonean. So we get talking at the talk and everything like now. So you'll be perfect for my club. But the first year, when I go April, the club will be open.
Oh, okay.
Another year they're playing at Paddy's. There was a guy in London called Alioki, where they call him Lollipop. If they do show at Paddy's, the Lollipop show.
Okay.
We help people to go Paddy's, that's when you small.
I knew he was gonna get there, I swear. But anyways, because I'm lost where I'm like, DJ Lollipop, I didn't
the
even
Lollipop
know.
show. So because that year, that April, they work along, pay for him, I go Freetown for just go look around. It was gonna be open. So I played at Paddy's. That's when the popularity, that's when it started.
Okay.
So then the following year now, when Old School opened, it was massive. Then Callum decided, then Box decided to let's do the radio station.
Okay.
So that's when I went there. I trained the John Contest, the ABKs, all of them were there together in one family. Callum Radio is one of the most popular radio stations.
Okay, now you know how I got on the jingle. Calion FM, you feel me? This is Ellen
Yes.
Lady Mac.
Yes.
It got me into it.
Yes.
And Shot the Boxer, when I'm driving around town, it's him. Now
Yes.
you guys know how I got into it.
Yes, because I'll be the feature and everything in Calion Radio. I said, you know what, we have to be different. I said, let me call my sister in America. You get contacts, you get link up and everything. And that time, Shadow and everybody,
J-Bo
and everybody. So they did jingles for me. Up to now, these jingles are still playing.
Yes, it got to the point I went to ABK. I said, ABK, I said, don't time for Amy voice. You don't pass 13, 14 years.
Yeah.
He said, no, this is not the signature. Will they change it? I said,
Those
I didn't
are
redo it. He said, no. And it's still playing. However, I'm grateful because I have to connect it. That's why everybody's like, oh my God, that shit. I said, yeah. And I was Lady Mac doing the gossip on the Fresh and Funky show. We're going to talk about that
Yes.
right now. That's another thing for the young people. That's what they know you for. That Fresh and Funky show was hot. And you had a co-host, our late friend.
Yes.
Patricia Simone, may her soul rest in peace. That show, how did it come about though?
Okay, so when because initially, so we did the initial training at Old School nightclub and everything. So, but then Calon said you have to have a show on the radio station. I said, I'm not interested in that. He said, no, you have to have a show. So then Box said, I know the perfect person for you. We got one lady in a call, God rest her soul, beautiful soul. Tricia, then the coolest, who come from Liberia. You know, ever messing up playing America, but she sounded like she's lived in America all her life.
Yeah.
You guys will be perfect. And I said to Box, I'm not that interested. Box said, no, you have to do a show with Tricia. So me and Tricia, we sit down with everything. We had a quick meeting and everything. So it was a drive time show. So I said, you know what? Box said, let's call it the name Drive Time. I said, let's call it Fresh and Funky. Because sometimes I had all the new songs and everything. And my style was different and everything. So, and we just started and it was like bread and butter. It was so beautiful. We did everything seamlessly. We complement each other. In the Nappy American English, in the
Nappy British, kind of English. Then they call every Thursday Lady Mac, the Nappy American English, they do gossip, all of that.
It was such a beautiful thing, and that show just took over the Fresh and Funky show. Fans have been calling it FNF show. It was huge. It was massive. It was a massive show. Yeah, that was a brilliant. Was one of the best times in my life, man.
Right, and another impact you created also it was the Make Me a Star. Make Me a Star produced a lot of artists. Josilia Bondo won that year.
Yes.
I think it was the first ever reality show, right?
It was. That be the first ever reality show, and it came about because them times Calon did invest heavily in the industry in itself. So we get all the latest equipment that with regards to people can call in, keep them on different phone lines, different lines. We can always talk about line 2, line 4, line 5. So there's one time me and Tricia be doing the show, we did the show, then we say, you know what, most of us have been sing passing company. So people were calling and singing. And it was just like, it took off because people they would tell people to send me a vote via text messages.
Oh, really?
Yes. I said to Tricia one day, you know what, God rest her soul. I said, listen, if somebody said sing live now telephone, they must have a good voice.
True.
So it just become huge. It was Make Me a Star Salone. Then every day people were singing, people in the call in the vote. Then Jimmy B heard about it. Then Jimmy B called me in the office. He said, man, listen, let's do something about this. Me go get a prize, whereas with the winner, I will get a deal for doing an album. Oh. So the final was done at Paddy's and at Josilia. And I win the final. Eddie 411, Joannis, the all 441, they were all part. I don't even know till later. Most of the artists that would perform now, they remind me, say, oh, you remember me in that Fresh and Funky show or the Make Me a Star? I said, no, because you were on the phone.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so
and you were just upcoming. So you're a DJ. Salone music. Of course, we just talked about those years is what, 10, 15 years now. Salone music then and now. What would you say about it?
Okay, well, for me personally, with my experience, I would say salon music then. Don't forget, say in the mid 2000s. You see, it's a combination of so many different things. We're not that exposed to the internet. We're not that exposed to so many different things. Now, we think people that they bring inside now they listen. So them times the only Nigerian music that will be played, and then Two-Face and stuff, because people they bring them in. Salon music was massive. It was all over the place because that's what we didn't have access to YouTube. We didn't have access to AudioMac. We didn't have access to Facebook. We don't get access to anything else. Now, what's in the outsider will bring in, that's what we listen to. So, and them times, okay, you know, growing up in Salone, there's a couple of opportunities as you grow up. They say, if I play football, you be lawyer, you be accountant.
Exactly.
You be doctor.
Exactly.
So, but most of the people now will not be really and truly that I don't want to use the word will not be academically inclined, but they chose a path of music, and music was massive. So the music we play all side and everything, all might be the sing, regardless. You know what? Even most of my dub plays I have like the succulents and the people. The studios were like small room,
really small, yeah.
Small room. Just the beef nado. Now that I meet Saisa.yahoo.com. He's a pioneer. Let me tell you something about Saisa. He's one of the first artists would have a tag on his songs.
Oh, yes.
But we not be understand what that meant. You know, like you get like Mastercraft, you get Rexy on the beat, you get all that in there.
Saisa@yahoo.com.
Saisa@yahoo.com, but we did not know what that was.
Right.
We didn't realize what that. Saisa was 10 years ahead when it comes to doing stuff like that. And I don't know if not somebody, because during them times, Nigerian music wasn't even that popular. Now it was Congolese music.
Okay.
Then kind of music, Zouk, then type of music in there. But Saisa had a tag on his song. Even me, I didn't know what it was. Now later date.
Like now you realize.
Now you realize he had a tag.
So everybody keeps saying that we were ahead, but now
no, Saisa was way ahead and everything. But the music, be the play, poda ulti all my boy. But what happened for me, like I always say to people, when we got exposed to like the internet, like YouTube and why online phone, the smartphones came in. We're not beginning because I had a PRSP phone, I had a small phone. We're not beginning internet in it. So we will get exposed to like the internet age. Then choices came in. I'm a fan believer of choices. Really, truly, choices came in. People had the choice to say, you know what, I can research different songs. If I want to hear Ellen Keister, if I want to hear Joe Blogs, if I want to hear Mr. B, Mr. X, Mr. C, I would just listen to them. I would search on YouTube. But not forget, but that was the era when we got invaded by hip hop. One of my good friends, Jenice and Tete, I can always tell them, say, no, airports have music.
Because they covered the whole hip hop thing.
They covered the whole hip hop. Yeah. Because that time we were growing, but then you see, it's entering by stage. You get different stages of age group where they listen to music. But because when I been playing old school, like we, then Abu Kaide, and Jalil, then all be come out. But then the younger ones were under us. So, but then what happened was they embraced the black Leo and the red flag. So when that wave came in, the Caymans, the Manzouin Avexibles, they all stopped singing.
Yeah.
Nobody sing.
Because everything not just the hip hop now.
All man be the rap. Everybody was rapping, and not all man be into hip hop. And the hip hop wave came, I don't want to say violence, but it came with that thug type attitude, whereas it's always aggressive, conflicts. Just like over here. Just like different cliques. You know, whether the Brooklyn, whether the Queens, whatever, whatnot, the East, West Coast, whatever, what. So that started the rivalry, the red flag,
Black Leo
thing going on. Noble Squad, exactly. That you get other people there. So the people that would sing, the A class, they all stopped singing. Even what's his name, Papa Badger, who was very talented, he would sing and rap at the same time. He said being rap. You see that is all man they stopped singing. So hip hop took over.
So you feel like that really kind of affects the music?
The technology helps Salone music because people become open. People get this opportunity now for Sidon Satchel, hip hop, R&B, Nigerian, Congolese, Ghanaian music. they had it in the palm of their arm. You can just take your phone, so no more. Go on YouTube, you search X, Y, Z,
and everything else.
you get it.
All right, I still have DJ Lebbie here with me. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back after this.
So let's watch the Real Talk with Ellen TV show by our very own daughter of Sierra Leone, Ellen Keister.
Welcome back to Real Talk Show with Ellen Keister. If you just walked in, I have the famous DJ Lebbie in the building with me. We are in the United States. You know, there's Salone, so now one they go look for, it's what I mean. But then I saw it. Yes, they come. If you just did it, shadow wedding, you just go.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 week no more, stuff like that. He bluffy. He taking the video now. But anyways, we're going to talk about the Sierra Leone music because the question I asked was the Sierra Leone music then and now. Of course, you just explain. Of course, you say rap music now and kind of like really bog Salone music. So now Sierra Leone music, what would you say about it?
Well, now the Salone music for me, even when I be to do the live virtual party, Shabba never get a show. When they interview me, John Conte with Shadow, some other artists, them. I don't have any problem with Salone music right now.
Okay.
Now the audience then get a problem with Salone music right now.
Okay.
Because the Salone people then now they accept what's in the next generation then they sing. Because what you have, you can turn around and say before Nagbengbeske, whatever label title you want now you do that's fine, not a problem. Okay. But now what you have. You get the new generation then, they don't adapt to what's playing now. They don't adapt to the new sound. They don't adapt to the style and how everything they work. But the masses, the fans, no one accept the idea of what's playing. So many times I've been hearing people in the doc say, oh, then they copy the Nigerians, then they copy the Ghanaians, then they copy this, then they copy that. But that's what's playing. That's what the producers are doing. Look at hip hop. Look at trap. Where you want to rap, you don't get it all.
Right.
When you be in America, during the R&B era, where you want Teddy Riley, you don't get it all. New Jack Swing. When you come to Rodney Jenkins, all the different, each and every single producer, each era has their own sound.
Right.
So when like the ABZs, the Rahims, all the new guys, the Mahmoud, when they sing, for me, not even Sabit saying that Salone music themselves number one.
Right.
We can play in a club. So most of the time they play in a club, you're going to say, oh, Lebbie, you need to play Salone music. I said, no, because you know Sabit the music there. What do you consider Salone music in Titi Old Me and MSC Tutu Party? That's what you consider Salone music. But the song I've just played is a Salone artist doing, but you don't know. So right there and then, it might be a disconnect. Whereas we don't know if the masses, the fans, then they get wind of all this news. I think they do. I think that the artists then they try the level best for make people then sabi the music then, but then just no one accept it. The music, the sound.
And I think, like you say something earlier, is the fact that the Titiomi, the Tutu Party, when they talk about Sierra Leone music, of course, now they think it's Sierra Leone music. So now, even when they try to do the R&B, they look at them as copycats.
Yes.
And I think that's what's affecting. So it go back to, wait till I be just well, ask you next. Now, me get me show, so not jump. Now, for say, they play Salone music.
Yes,
you know what I mean? That's another issue because people say, oh, let me play Sierra Leone music. But when we come on a club, the club where they play, I did go there because of Sierra Leone music, because Lebbie, they play Sierra Leone music. So I'm thinking, I don't get it. Other people then they talk. I was just having a conversation with Dallas Smoke the other day. He said, Lebbie, the only DJ who plays Salone music. It make I think like, well, what's in a mean say? Nobody plays Salone music, but you clearly just don't even explain for say, because you mix it. I remember I was in a club and Menace is song they play. Menace comes to me. I make for say Menace is song they play. He said, hey, but we Lebbie don't. No, and I think that's part of it. But some artists as well, they complain that you don't promote their songs.
No. I think it's to do. It gets to do with I'm one of the Salone DJs that I always reach out to different artists. You go ask the Nasser Ayub, you go ask most you could ask anybody. You could ask one of my favorite artists, the guy that did So We Collabo. That's one of my favorite songs. It's on my play. It's on rotation. That's so. I love that. We don't get all the time. You don't video with work and play in a club. But for me, I always reach out to artists and send me the songs, and I don't discriminate to say waiting for it to fine. I'll play it. But if the crowd don't respond to it,
okay,
then you know what, this is a no. You play once or twice. You try to bring it in with the crowd. If the crowd are not really responding to the songs, then you as a DJ, at the end of the day, you're there to perform a job.
But people say that DJs, in other words, you're supposed to push the song in the ears of the audience. Like something that we can say, you play until they let come.
Oh no, yeah, there's a word say break a song. But
that's it.
Breaking a song is different it depends where you're playing. For example, now if you DJ in a club and the before a DJ can break a song, those are artists that have personal DJs. For example, most of them are hip hop DJs. So you would say hip hop. Let's say DJ Clue is XYZ in DJ. He will break that song.
Okay. He
will play that song, but most of the songs are hits anyway. But like I say, most of the Salone song then all the play. I don't discriminate. I just play all the songs, but people don't know na Salone music. They don't. If you not get that old sound of that Tutu Party, of that Titi Old Me, of that Inside Come Out, that era, it was so massive.
Yeah.
And 99 still is sticking on the head. And those songs are classics. And you can't change that.
No. Oh no.
Like the Shady Babies and also the Inside Come Out, those are classic songs. So anytime those songs are played, all man Sabinian songs in there. But now with the new songs, what you get is like, because they don't get that sound there, because they sound so much like the other Nigerian and Ghanaian songs. So, but if they play, even the Nigerian, they don't dance to music though. They're facing like the music self. You understand?
Right.
So it comes down to if the artists then go back to the drawing board and try and build a fan base, or I always say this outside. I say, regardless hate or love him, NASA has one of the most efficient way of reaching in fans then, because on all social media platforms it's very active, and it put in music out there. ABC does the same, Menace does the same. Those are the few. Raheem instigated and whereas instead they use social media platform but controversially. Right. He was really smart with it. He would say something controversial or make a controversial post. The on-man can't comment. Some they call Sam, some they call Sam, but that's how he became known. But Rhyme was loved by the older crowd anyway. Because most of the time when they get a wedding, then he go sing. He has a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
So all them mommy them, then auntie them, but always they gravitate towards Rhyme. But like I said, you had few artists. I don't know if it has to do with money, to be honest, but NASA is at the forefront when it comes to utilizing social media. All the social media platforms, all the Spotify in music, they do everything. ABC doing the same thing. Raheem, like I said, Menace, he said they do the same thing. So they're putting out there, but it's going to take a while for the fans to accept the sound. Okay. The Salone music is beautiful. I play them constantly. People who set me club, I play Nigerian, they Ghanaian, American, they Jamaican, they all man they dance. You can attest to that.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
But that's Salone music they play. Okay. But like you just say, I don't want to go too far. Viper had a song. He had a song. I don't play for over 2 years. Now only when he performed on a menacing show, people didn't say, "Hey, Viper that music they find." I'm like, "Yo, that song has been playing for over 2 years."
Imagine that. No one knew it was Viper.
Nobody knew. But Viper said, I blame myself because you said don't promote the music. He said, Lebbie, I know, not too. It does do the music no more.
No, I think right after that, he actually went promoter because production, he actually reached out to Ayuba.
There you go.
And say Iba for shoot that now because of the response.
Because of the response. And things like I've been playing that song for so long, and people, they dance them, but they're not being saying that in singer. And that's a long song.
All right, cool.
You see, so that's one of the things that's happening right now.
All right, cool. So you feel like, we're it's in between. So we're struggling, but we're going to get there.
We're struggling, but we're gonna get there. But now we, the fans, now we get for accepting music. Now we get for requesting music. Now we get for one dance the music. So outside and go dance the music. If we not accept the music, outside and we accept the music.
And I don't think that the issue in Sierra Leone as well, because the major problem, and you as an experienced DJ, is the drama, the fight between the DJs and the artists. Mm-hmm. The DJs feel like, now we they play, now if I not play, now they go outside. The artists feel like, now we song, like, now we they go on job, because in other words, you play our songs and things like that. Some DJs, they say because the artists are ungrateful, that's why they don't promote it. The artists will say, if the song is good, play it. With you, it's not about money. Everybody knows, like you say, when song come, you find you to push up. But the DJs, they have issues with the audience. They feel like they're ungrateful.
Well, the mechanics behind that.
Okay.
Don't forget, say Salone. The mechanics behind that. With me, Boku artists, they don't offer me money for my playing the music. I say I don't use money. I don't want your money, because I'm kind of blessed. I'm here.
Right.
I'm working. I have my 9 to 5, and I'm doing my DJing. So I don't need your money to play the music. Then what if you give me money? There's the club, the network going to the club. I don't play music. You want to tell me? I don't want that. I don't want that between me and you, because most of them, not to say they will beat me. So, but I don't know get that to do it. So that's why I don't take money. Then I love the music, so I'll play it, and it doesn't matter. I'll play. Right. But with Salone, I think the mix is the demographics is kind of different a little bit, because as we know, most of the DJs that's what they live off. That's their 9 to 5.
Right.
And I get other sales and we'll job like we'll go with 9 to 5. They will DJ in the weekends or whatnot, or DJ during the week. The DJ in a free time is either that's what you do for a living or you're on the radio. So, and most of them, whether you like it or not, I don't think all of them get paid on a monthly basis. So the kind of, that old saying, you catch me back, I catch you back type of thing, they get going. And it depends on the relationship where you, the artist, build with the DJ as well. Because if you don't want to be fighting the DJ on a constant basis, say not to buy force for the DJ for playing musical. Okay, so the people that can get the misconception for, say, a DJ, as much as a DJ not for playing music and break songs, but the DJ in main role for entertain the crowd that's in front of them. So if an artist come off the road and give me a music, and me believe within myself, within my skill set, and say this music is not the go to they play now, is it doesn't go. Okay. But some artists then do not believe, say, it doesn't go. But obviously, hey, if you go in a studio, now you pay your money, now you do your song, now you write your song, producer will make the mix. Obviously, you feel your music is the best music. So I give you that. You feel your song is the best music. But if what I'm playing, it doesn't match, it doesn't match. It doesn't mean that next week you're not going to match. But at this precise moment, it doesn't match. But the clash between the DJs and the artists in Africa is to do with the fact that most of the DJ then believe, say, you know what, they've been disrespected by the artists or whatever. Then artists they believe, say, they're bigger than the DJs. They just need to find a way of just come together. Hey, all over the world, all artists get DJ, then to go DJ. Yeah. That's the problem artists are not sabi. Have your to-go DJ. If I'm an artist, I will pick and say, hey, Chelsea, that's my to-go DJ. Okay. You see, ABC, anytime I get a song, Lebbie's my to-go DJ. Menace, most of the artists, Lebbie's my to-go DJ. Yeah. So they'll give me all the songs brand new, fresh. What other? Then they say, oh, Lebbie, listen to this song, but which one for release first? Rosé, Sokota Vibes. Entire album, I had it 2 months early. Have your to-go DJ. So as an artist, have your to-go DJ. This is my to-go DJ. The jerseys, the CPOs, the DJ captures, you name them. Mean one, that's my to-go DJ. Because I know they can reach the masses. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. To have a to-go DJ.
So that's it. From DJ Lebbie, have your to-go DJ.
Oh, yes.
When we come back, we're going to be talking about the playlist. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back after this.
So let's watch the Real Talk with Ellen TV show by our very own daughter of Sierra Leone, Ellen Keister.
Welcome back to Real Talk with Ellen TV show. I have DJ Lebbie here with me. The most important part of this show is what I want us to talk about, the playlist. It's a lot going on. Basically, of course, we have Ambassador Cow, of course, trying to push Sierra Leone music. Big up to you, and everything else that is happening. Sierra Leone music is not playing. He's explained why not. So now they came up with this idea of having a playlist of, I think, 100 songs or whatever it is. I don't know. Where they're going to basically circulate it to all the DJs to see how much you're going to push it and have the fans, grow into liking Sierra Leone music again. Because Clay said it earlier, it depends on the masses. It's just what they accept. Of course, when it comes to Jamaica and everything else, when it comes to music, Salone now, hip hop now, this now, whatever this, you know about music, you've played in different clubs, you played in different radio stations. The major question is the playlist. Do you think it will be effective in pushing Sierra Leone music?
Yes, but see, people that get the misconception for say playlist are wrong thing. No, there's two sides of the story when it comes to the playlist.
Okay.
I don't see on social media it's massive. Oh man, it's about this playlist. It's wrong. Whatever. Listen, what Carl is doing, Carl has paid his dues when it comes to. He started way long time ago. So what he's doing now, regardless whether you want to say it's political, it's not political. He don't pay in dues, and he's trying his best to push it. But I believe because of how altering the world, this is just my own personal insight in everything. I might be wrong, so I'm not getting an insight. But all radio stations all over the world get playlists.
Okay.
It's the norm. But the playlist is according to the sponsors.
So what do you mean the sponsors?
Meaning people who sponsor the radio station.
Okay.
That pay for the adverts. Because, so for example now, let's say Ellen pens or Ellen shoes. So you want your commercial for play between 4 to 5. Let's say between 4 to 5, that's when they play hip hop. And you think hip hop is very popular. They say, okay, you go find out what's the playlist between 4 to 5. Or will they play Drake? Will they play this? Will they play this? Will they play that? Will they play that? Oh, you know what? I want my commercial on this one.
Right.
So according to the sponsors. Okay. Because radio stations live off sponsors. The commercials there, and they pay the bills. And they pay but they live off it's a private entity. Okay? So with the playlist, it's a good idea, but the implementation of it is kind of wrong. I said it's wrong because how you to go force a private owned company for play 50 songs when you to choose? How? Are you gonna now you buy me petrol? Now you pay me staff? Now you pay me rent? Now you pay me bill? No. But if there's two ways to it. If the budget, if they don't give Cow the president a budget, say, hey, this is your budget, and utilize it well. So you go, let's say you go meet Afri Radio, you meet Epic Radio, you meet Star Radio, whatever the radio station is. Say, listen, hey, okay, so we're gonna give you subsidies, we're gonna give you monies, or we give you in kindness. We're going 5 or 10 gallon petrol every week, or this, whatever, whatnot, for help sustain the durability and how the radio station to run. But we want Una for incorporate these songs in your shows. But for me, it will work. But why have a playlist? Why don't you just say, I even made a huge post about this on Facebook. Like I say, maybe you be this one to talk with Ashim call me, they type of get ideas and everything. Shimotech, big shout out to you, Shimotech. When I say, why have a playlist? Why can't you just say, fine, if there's 5 shows on the radio station, you got the breakfast show, lunchtime show, the drive time show, the evening show, they get the overnight show. 5 shows. Why didn't you say the breakfast show play 10 Salone music? Any 10 Salone music. Now, what I DJ'd it on, when the lunchtime show come, you should go for play 10 Salone music. But if you play any music, what if one don't play before, you go for replace it with other music. Then you say, okay, drive time show comes in, you should go for play 10 Salone music. But if you play any music where they don't play at the breakfast show or they don't play at the lunchtime show, you go for replacing with other music. So then what you get, you do the maths. So by the end of the week, you don't get over 300-400 Salone music don't play. Different songs. Obviously, you get certain songs that when that hits, what each all DJ want play. For example, let's say Bam Bam Ain't Busy is a hit. Or you don't know. You didn't make you don't know. So let's say if the breakfast DJ play that one day, they play other 9. So if me come lunchtime, if I play you don't make you don't know, I get to play another 10 more. So that means that 11 Salone music don't play. You understand? Right. So if the drive time self come, you play you don't know and play Titi Old Me, I go for play 10 more, which don't make 12 Salone music.
Okay.
So it adds up. So there's no list. So what that does, it gives the DJ then go for go research. Then go for go find Salone music.
I like that.
Then go for go find them. Because we don't tell you, say, crowd don't tell you, say, we don't pay, we don't pay the station, we don't pay. The stations have to be subsidized. They have to. You cannot force a privately owned business to do something, whether it's governmental, it doesn't matter. You have to give them some sort of incentive. So let's say the government, whoever they fund this project, don't give Cow a budget. Cow don't say, fine, we don't get Epic, we don't get Afri Radio, we don't go na 5 million figure. We don't go na that money. We need those 10 songs in each show. Once they don't do that, where the breakfast DJ don't play, it don't make a list at the wall. When the lunchtime come, you don't see that list.
You don't see that list. You know exactly what you're doing.
What
I think I like that. I think say then they go far. But the issue now, right, is the fact that, okay, Cow say, man for submit the songs. You know, your idea I think is great. Hopefully they go with it. So then someone for submit the songs, and of course all the big artists, they did not. So the finalists came out, and all the songs that they play already, when a hit, they weren't there. So everybody's like, how come you go play this song? This song is not there, this song not there, this song. And basically we're saying they never submitted the songs.
But then it comes back to the same thing. Whereas, like you said, the president who was appointed came up with an idea, say, hey, I want to create a playlist. Please submit your songs. If you don't submit your song, your song not going for play. You see, and for me, everybody has an ego. We all get.
Because I was just gonna ask. You think it's an ego thing?
It's an ego thing. I don't care what you. I don't care what you want to call it. I don't care if you say I don't like Caldino. I don't like Blue New. I don't like James Bond. It doesn't matter what. It's an ego thing.
Okay.
Because I would think that. Wait a minute. Why are you asking me to submit my song? I'm Raheem. My song is playing. Right. Are you crazy? Why am I submitting a song? Who are you for me to submit the song to you? My song plays more than your song.
Right.
Everybody knows me. Now you can call me and say, hey, I don't need your song. No, but the president says, submit your song. Okay. So if you don't submit your song and your song don't get played, why are you complaining? You shouldn't complain. So for avoid all that one day, these radio stations, they need an incentive. I keep hammering this. If you not give these people an incentive, how you expect them to do something when they're privately owned? I don't know how that works. But if Cow goes back, I don't know if it's not the government, whoever the body is, then tell them, then give them a budget, then get the radio station and say, every month we're going to 10 gallon petrol, or every week we're going to money, we're going to 10 gallon petrol for everyone, the generator, whatever, whatnot, the lights or whatever, whatnot. All we need is 10 songs per program.
Per program.
By the end of the week, you don't get past 400 or 500 songs. And then DJ themselves, they will stop for be lazy, then they go find the music there.
Okay. So in other words, that's the way out. You feel that will be effective. That will
be effective. So if me come, if let's say Ayuba don't play 5, you don't play 10 music, me can see the 10 list. If I don't play 5 music of that 10 list there, I'm a business, but I still have to play other 10 new ones. I have to play 10 new ones. So if the other person they come after me, you see me on list, you see Ayuba on list, you want to play 5 from Ayuba, you want to play 5 from me on list. Now in business, but you still have to play 10 more new ones.
Yeah, but you know, Phil say Daniel go just make so many songs I'm going to play. We're not going to actually get around to like hit songs and things like that.
No. But the aim of the purpose is not for make Salone songs play.
Right. Okay.
That's the purpose. So if
for let people that fall in love with Salone music all over again. Yeah.
Okay. Not forget you see you have to find out what the reason. The reason is Salone songs should be played. So it doesn't matter good. Bad, play the song.
Play the song.
Let the audience choose, say, we like that music there, we don't like that music there. If they want safe, the DJ then can make a thing whereas, you know what, vote for your favorite songs during this hour.
That's what I think. I think we should kind of incorporate like the Billboard kind of thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which is fair to everyone. You know, all artists now, new one, let the song play, then people then get for choose waiting.
Because I believe,
and we push them.
I think the main aim, if Cow's main aim is to make the songs be heard, don't do a list. Just give them and say, listen, man, you have to play 10 new songs on your show.
Basically. 10
different songs what your previous DJ don't play. Right. So if your previous DJ don't play 4 songs, now, what they can play, if you play any of the music, now 14 music they play.
Yeah. So that means that the music go boku, boku, boku,
The
boku.
music, the music.
All right, so the DJs, I hope, well, Cal is going to come from Cal because they list it out now, and I think not every month, if I come out, every week. I'm not sure, but I know right now they currently have a list.
Yeah, but even that list, how Cal is going to implement that list when the radio station are privately owned?
I don't know, but I think I did hear that they're trying to get incentives for this radio stations. I'm not sure. I heard. Well, if not so, I think it's a good idea. So at the end of the day, because you're right, because I'm running a business, you cannot tell me what to do.
There's no other way you can do that.
Because I want to please my audience.
Yeah, there's no other way you're going to tell me to play a certain song. But even you yourself know, why do you think they have like the KME hour? You have the bodyguard hour. They pay for those hours on those radio stations. They pay for that. So if I'm having a product where I sell, let's say I get Lebbie shoes or something, the Lebbie hour, I then go pay the radio station for the Lebbie hour. So during that hour, they already talk about my product because I've paid for that. I'm a sponsor for that hour. So you cannot come and tell me implement this playlist without you giving me an incentive. You don't pay my bills.
Incentive is the way out. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back after this.
So let's watch the Real Talk with Ellen TV show by our very own daughter of Sierra Leone, Ellen Keister.
Welcome back to Real Talk Show with Ellen Keister. Of course, this show has been hot. It's been interesting when you're talking to a famous DJ and talking about Sierra Leone music, because I'm all about Sierra Leone music. I want us to excel. And we're going to talk to you one day we sabi about the music. Me not like, he's sabi. Everything I do now from I copy from her. So now you know who my boss is. Anyways, I don't want you to feel yourself, by the way, DJ Lebbie.
I don't have to feel myself. You did copy.
You said what? Okay, but anyways, we're not talking about the playlist and things like that. Your solution is give the radio stations incentives because you're not going to tell a privately owned company, say, do this XYZ without really helping them out. I think, hopefully they will listen and do it. Now, another major thing is we have a lot of super talented artists. For some reason, they're not just able to make it out of Sierra Leone internationally. You don't play on all the platforms. I know so you must get an idea of how these people are pushing their songs and things like that. What would you advise? I mean, yes, the talented ones, the ones that have good quality songs.
Well, like I said, the thing is, the songs are nice. The songs are really, really nice. The new artists, then they do so well. And most of them are like, privately, individuals use their own money, the whole thing, the beat, the producers, everything in Freetown, Salone, don't improve, and I'm loving it.
Okay.
But I believe it's to do with the fact that it's you know what, when it comes to breaking a song, there's so many different moving parts of breaking a song. Okay. You need to get the commercialize of the song. You need like what you have. You need people. You need like a street team. People where they put the thing in your face. Say, hey, this person don't get this new music, and the music it is. You got to utilize all the social media platforms. Okay. And all that takes money. You got to do visual for your songs. Then to get your song played, you have to get you to go DJ that you send your song to that will play the song. Don't find a DJ that will just collect the song and don't play the song. Okay. Because they give you this music and they play. So but it depends what side the DJ they play. You see, because if let's say you're doing a hip hop song, it's a really hot song, you give me a DJ, but me not waiting on my they play, I'm not gonna be playing. Okay. Because the crowd they play for you, not in the one year. Right. So you have to be able to narrow down and look at the demographics and say, okay, fine, you know what? I'm gonna send my songs to everybody anyway, but I'm gonna concentrate on this person and that person because look at the demographics, who side they play, they're gonna play my music and people don't gonna appreciate the song. Okay. So like Busy did that very well. NASA did that very well. They say, hey, you know what? My to-go DJ is Lebbie because Lebbie's always at the clubs. Sam is always at the clubs. Right. Jason's always at the clubs. So let me give them these songs. They will play the songs. And they push at the clubs. Okay. Push at the clubs. And I play in an African club. You see, so it's harder for the one or two other Salone DJs when they play in a club because then they play more for the American side. Okay. So they're kind of limited for play Salone music. But me, because I don't want to pump myself because of my name and my reputation, the club owner need to motivate people to know properly. Because I made the crowd.
Yeah.
So I pretty much have 100% saying what I play. So that's why when I dey play, well, I dey play double music in a club.
Oh, I know. Trust me. I
dey
know
play
when I said that's
piano.
double music.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
Because I have a lot of fans who join double and they play the music at club and they dance. Because the bottom line is to entertain the crowd. But like I'm saying, so it's this. They're really struggling to get the songs out there, but charity begins at home. Before the music get played international, I always say to people, all this music where they popular overseas, now Salone first they popular. You remember back in the days, we remember one launch December, not because not money on that, because holiday maker music there.
Yes, then they bring come.
And bring a kind of request.
Yeah, but also, we're almost at the end of the show, but this is another thing, the complaint of the artists. They feel like for say, okay, well, you know, the Nigerians, not they pay. Una, the DJs, Sierra Leone DJs, una the DJs for play them songs them. But una wants them for pay, for the one that they ask for money and things like that. So I think that's another thing with the issues is more like, how are you getting them songs? Not like the video is coming to you to play. So why do you think I should come to you? Not personally like you per se, but let me talk for the DJs in a salon because now that ain't the thing for say, hey, you not play me song, but now the video give you song because the DJ then they say, you not send your song to me. So I know they play them.
But it's simple, it's supply and demand.
Okay.
Supply and demand. David, if let's say me na DJ Lebbie na future they play na me they play na warehouse. David doesn't have to give me a song, but if I don't play David a song, the owner they sack me, employ Ayuba, because I'm not entertaining the crowd.
Okay.
It's supply and demand. If the crowd accepts what, it comes back to the same thing I was saying. If the Salone people accept the new artists that within the music they play every day. Who's DJ go say, let's say you don't make you know that AB's new song. He utilized social media very well. TikTok, everywhere the place. The music they play all over the place. You tell me you tell me when Cheran will come out. Who's DJ go play when not play Cheran?
Right.
You have to play it because people want to hear it.
Right.
So the Davidos, the Wizkid, so that's why I can always say to people that when that argument null and void. Because you cannot tell me as a DJ say, oh, well, you know Sabi Davido, you know Sabi Wizkid, you know Sabi Don Jazzy, why you play the music? I don't need to know.
Supply and demand.
Supply
when I don't
and
get
demand.
time today.
The people there are the one you hear. And would I hire me for entertain the people there? If I not play their music then they can you imagine the owner for warehouse to go sit down some side, they keep coming there and say, wait, did you not Sabi play? Now so then rubbish music they play. They come here.
Now for change style though, things like that. Yeah. No, I know because even DJ Foxy, big up to Foxy, you bobo. Foxy go always born. I mean, tell Lebbie send songs for me and things like that. Actually, I'm not Lebbie manager. The guy don't talk so because always you always send songs for and things like that. Had the conversation with him and he told me, say, I'm here. They're paying me for XYZ. So for me, I don't have an issue with the club he plays at, because I know someone listens to Salone music. I don't go there, go where Sarah music is played. Like what I didn't so man can say, oh, you don't go mango because of your brother Lebbie. Yes, I'm a fan of Lebbie's. However, I didn't listen to me. I go do there and I go to a American club like I can provoke me. The new American I'm not sabi themselves. I'm not gonna have fun. I tried it didn't work. Everybody was laughing. They said, you don't I sent it to Dandy. If not be mango, I said no mango because I hear me song them. So definitely I kinda, get that part of it and things like that, so supply and demand. Lebbie's talking about it. That's what it is. So the masses that advise to the DJs. The DJs and, like you said, the ego thing, I think the DJs are the problem. You as an experienced senior DJ, because every DJ now wants to be Lebbie. They learn from Lebbie. Now Lebbie have to listen to. Now Lebbie learn me for scratch. Now Lebbie this, Lebbie that. What would you tell them? Just to kind of ease off the drama, the tension between them and the artist. What would you advise them?
For me, I don't see it as a tension or drama per se because each side believes they contribute well into the entertainment side of things. The DJ they believe hey, we are the DJs, we play your songs. Like you say, the artists and they believe they're the artists. Now we work hard, now we sleepless nights, now we use your money, now we pay everything.
Right.
So they can work together, but the only way they're gonna work together is by the artists themselves. Listen to me. We're different people. We get Uda Ulek, Uda Unolek.
Okay.
We have favoritism across the board. Even if what Mama Born picking there, you go let the old boy go one way like passing company.
I'm the favorite child, by the way. Go ahead.
Okay. Gonna not be the last one, but then you know
I'm the favorite child.
So the artists you see, you do a song. You believe you don't sweat. You don't pay the studio engineer. You don't record the song. They don't mix the song. And you write the song. You get it out. You don't believe so. Your song is the hardest song.
Okay.
But when you get onto the DJ will say, no, I don't like the song. That's now the DJ right for saying I don't like the song.
Okay.
That's the DJ's right.
But some of them are taking money and still not playing it. I think that's what the anger is coming
from. But that's what I'm
from.
trying to say to you. But if me an artist, I don't give you money for playing music, then play music. Hey, no, I've paid you for a job. Perform your job. If I've paid you to play my song, you have to play. There is no excuse in the world. You have to play my song.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why I don't take money. I just play for the love of it. So the day for the day where you can a club, you know your music, which you can't tell me say like you $200 and play music. No.
Okay.
You understand? But the artist and the DJ there's a middle ground. The middle ground is simple. Every artist, listen to me. All the artists then across the world, most of them say, even in Nigerian dances, they're getting a DJ.
You gotta go to a DJ.
No, they're getting a DJ.
No, you will not say you are busy now, man. So I am now because you don't call an impasse 5-10.
No.
Anyways, okay.
They forget on DJ. You have
True,
to have a
I agree.
DJ that you believe that's going to help push your brand. Then you just move it along. But the DJ then and the artist then, this I would say, if an artist pay a DJ to play the song, the DJ don't play the song, you foul. You don't do something wrong. You have to play the song.
Okay.
You have to play the song. Artists then, be patient. Listen, hey, Little Nas X. It was a hit. It was a YouTube sensation before they began playing music on the radio. He utilized all different song, Maserati. Now TikTok made the music popular because there was a dance to it.
Yeah.
So none of what the radio they begin play more. So
now it's just the streets.
Utilize all social media platforms.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man. If your song is massive on YouTube, on TikTok, all over the different places, Audio Mac, whatever you want to call them, DJs. When the audience go on a club, on a party, they go ask you, oh, you get a new Ellen Keister music? DJ go say, what's music? That music we sing, butu. DJ go say, no get it. DJs get embarrassed. Most of who they lie. We say, oh, I get her, but you know that is hard drive. Now lie, we not get her.
Yeah.
So we go begin search for her. Ellen Keister, butu. They'll put on some hard drive.
Yeah.
But if the fans them, no, they go ask for the music here, and if the DJ and play the music here, the fans they turn up. So the DJ said the fans.
No, I mean, you're right about that. And,
jobs.
big up to you, DJ Calux. I remember we had that conversation one time where I released a song. We can get to the point where we could just release a song. Me and the DJs, they'll be good. We don't have money issues. We're good. They support me. So I'm grateful. But I think the Cow and Empress come up on the bad. And then Eastern, everybody now they call because it show's so big. And not get the song. He called me. Say, you make a shame today. You not even give me the song and stuff like that. It's all Monday, And you're right. He been get for go fend the song. They come and say, hey, boy, Yusef. I was like, it's hot like that. He said, oh my God. I said the whole place and stuff like that. So you're right. I agree. Quality sells. So sometimes that's what attend the artists and they push the songs in. I can tell you, election not the blufful. But because of the way they already and go tell you say, now left more. But because it becomes so hot, like Cheram, we did talk about, I'll man pick them up that. All the DJs they now, whether like LXGO, they don't like LXGO.
You can forget the music.
They can forget the music.
Because how you go play?
Them is so shocked. Them they Ghana and me actually tell them say, Jam, don't scatter a free song. They're like, huh? Now Ghana they been there with them just left the song. I think on WhatsApp or somewhere or whatever. You know me tell them say, oh my God, everywhere and things like that. You're right. So I agree.
Look, Emerson's new one, Stress. Since you did that video with the copy well.
Yeah.
The TikTok challenge works for songs. I don't care where anybody.
Especially now, this era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all the slave queen, they all get TikTok. When I TikTok, put Salone TikTok, you go see all they sing. They sing that side music and Boku.
You're right. Now everybody should utilize social media right now.
If you don't utilize social media, something don't rely only on the DJs. We can only play it maybe one. Let's say, okay, I have a 4-hour set in a club. I can only play your song for like 2 minutes. That's it. So
artists,
I'll get that music day tomorrow, next tomorrow, 5-10 for day. Only for Sabusa for go play that music day over and over again. If Ellie don't get access for go find that music day, play it over and over again, the music is not going nowhere. Let's say I Tribe. I love all the songs. I Tribe, one of my favorite artists. They get one song will just come out. I don't know that McFish. Put it in. I've played a couple of times at the club.
That McFish song.
Yeah. I love that song.
That's a really nice song.
That song it does everything for me. But while they play in a club, people that dance and they fit in a Nigerian song. But don't listen to I Tribe or whatever. So for example, let's take that song, I Tribe and McFish's song. I don't play in a club, but I go only play that music for 2 minutes. That's it.
So
Friday.
hit the streets, social media, basically, that's what you're saying. So that's the advice right there.
Are you bad at that music there now? You can ask me, say, what's that music name? I say, hey, my fish is going to put it in. Who's that idea? If you go search YouTube, you know the day.
It don't like actually, you just Shazam right now, actually.
Shazam, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you use it, on that, even what's it called? Snapchat. You can use Snapchat to find names of songs.
Yeah.
Shazam. Okay. So you got all these different apps. You can obviously put in a club, they always do the auto video in the video, then they find the name of the music.
Yeah.
So if you use Shazam, use other app that you do find the name of the music, you don't register your music, how are people gonna know your song?
So that's another thing. Make sure you get your music online. DJ Lebbie, thank you so much for coming here and of course talking to Sierra Leone population when it comes to music, to the other DJs, and hopefully we can only grow and move from here because we all did for support Salone music. And that's about it, you know what I mean? So you artists do good songs, put it online, let people stream it. And of course DJs, don't small artists, don't small. You know what I mean? You know, we not in mama, all they complain the feds I can tire. But talking to you now, you know, myself don't really pick up and realize, you know what? It is what it is. No one leaves my set without a gift from me to you. So I'm going to give it to you.
So who tell me what man say give me a gift?
Yes, definitely. But anyways, I don't want to go, but I got to go. I've been your host today, Ellen Keister. Till next week. Bye-bye.
Stop, no. Stop, stop, turn down, never let stop. Oh, that's how our fighters go. I got 100 guns, 100 clips, nigga, I'm from. What other man? What other man? It coming like, you know,